Hello and welcome to another episode of Unstuck with Hypnopunk Transformation with Edge, and today's episode is entitled How to Be More Feminine. It's going to be an amazing episode, so stay tuned. It's coming up. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for leaving your reviews, your 5-star reviews on iTunes, on Google Play, or wherever you listen to this podcast. It gives me the feels. It makes me happy. It makes me smile. It makes me want to keep these podcasts coming, keep giving you this content for free. Because I don't ask for any money. I just ask that you, if you enjoy them, that you like them, that you share them, that you comment on them, that you leave reviews, because that motivates me, inspires me to put more content out there for free. My videos are free, my podcasts are free, my blog posts are free, and I'll keep wanting to do this as long as you are consuming it and enjoying it. And also, to sweeten the deal, when you do leave your 5-star reviews on whichever format you listen to, take a screenshot of it. Shoot me an email at mail@LUKEnosis.com, mail, M-A-I-L, at LUKEnosis, LUKENOSIS.com, and we will book a complimentary breakthrough session with myself, a discovery session, an unstuck session. It's 30 minutes over the telephone or over Skype. What it is not is, it is not a therapy session. I do not want to listen to you bitch and complain about how hard your life is. It is not a hypnosis session. What it is for you to say, Luke, here's where I want to be in my life, but I'm stuck at this level, and let's strategically think of some ways to help you become unstuck so you can transcend into freedom and create your life to be the masterpiece. That's what the free screening call is, or that's what the unstuck call is. More truly is a better way of saying it. So if you like that, just shoot me an email at mail@LUKEnosis.com with your snapshot of your reviews. But enough about that. Let us get on to how to be more feminine. Now, last month I did a show called How to Be More Masculine, and it was very, very successful. And I thought it would only be fair to turn the page, to flip the coin, to do How to Be More Feminine. You might be, Luke, how can you tell us to be more feminine? You are not a woman. Last time I checked, I wasn't, and you do not sound like you are in touch with your feminine side, because you are such a badass, as I put myself over because somebody has to. But I thought it would be fair to do the show for the women out there, for the feminine energy. So we know in this world we have masculine energy, we have feminine energy. There's a thing called the law of polarity, and typically the more masculine a man you are, the more feminine a woman you will attract into your life and be attracted to your life. The reverse is true. The more feminine you are as a woman, the more masculine a man you will be attracted to and will attract into your life. Now, as a man, we have masculinity, we have femininity, we have both polarities within us. And as a woman, you also have femininity, polarity, and you also have the opposite polarity, which is masculinity. And I have known women that have been very masculine who were dating in relationships with guys that were very feminine, and it worked for them. It's not the kind of relationship that I would want because of the masculinity that I have, but it worked for them. We both have both, but today's episode is about helping you as a woman to be more feminine, because I've seen this, for want of a better word, kind of nasty kind of change or transformation in the world, where it's not okay to be a feminine woman. It's not okay to be a woman. It's not okay to be loving, to be nurturing, and all the amazing feminine energies that you have out there. It's not okay to do that because you've got to be competing with men because we're all equal. No, we're not. We're not equal. We're human beings, but men and women, I'm sorry to say, we are not equal. We are different. Men have a particular set of skills that women do not have. Women have a particular set of skills that men do not have. We are different. We are not equal. We have our strengths, we have our weaknesses. It's not to say one is better than the other, but we are different and we are not equal. So how to be more feminine? Well, men typically are mission based. are always coming from the head, whereas a more feminine woman is in her body. She expresses herself more through her body, her feelings in her body, in the way that she moves her body, in the things that she says is more attuned to her body and how she feels and the intuition, as opposed to a more masculine person, a more masculine man who's more coming from the head and from the mission that he has there. So the first thing to do as a woman is drop down, actually drop down inside your body. Feel your body, feel the earth underneath your feet. Dress a way that makes you feel more feminine. Look a way that makes you look more feminine. Have your hair in a way that makes you feel more feminine, that helps to nurture that inside of you. Because the feminine energy is all about expressing yourself, being in your body. Where oftentimes the masculine energy is all, again, being mission-based, being in our head. Neither is right, neither is wrong. We are just different. But to be more feminine, stop thinking so much. Stop living from your head. Live through your body, through your movement, with the way your clothes feel, the way you flow through the world, the way you move through the world. Drop inside your body. That's the first way to become more feminine, to get in touch with that feminine side. Another thing to do is, again, typically as guys, we're coming from the head, we're thinking all of the time, and we're mission based, head based, not very much in our bodies. Whereas a woman is typically coming from a place of more intuition, a place of more feeling. So multiple times a day, maybe set a reminder on your cell phone, women out there, and just check in with yourself multiple times a day and ask yourself, how are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? Because the feminine energy is expressed through feelings, not through thoughts. So check in with yourself, express the feelings that you're feeling, the body sensations that you're going through, the emotions that you're going through in that point. Explore them, be there, ask yourself, well, why am I feeling this? How am I feeling this? Could I feel this more? Could I feel this less? Where's this coming from? How am I feeling? What am I feeling? What's this all about? But be there, bask in it. Check with yourself multiple times a day. This will drop you in your feminine energy. It will help you to radiate more feminine energy outside of you right there. Number 3. Now, how to be more feminine, how to have a more feminine energy. Realize that the feminine energy is a receiving energy. Feminine energy is receiving, whereas masculine energy is more providing. Feminine energy is more intuition, where masculine energy is more thinking. Realizing that as a feminine energy, it's about receiving, and it's about nurturing that giving, that loving, that motherly kind of energy that you have. So make sure that you nurture yourself multiple times a day. That might be running yourself an amazing bath with candles, with some beautiful music in the background. It might be getting a manicure, it may be getting a pedicure, it may be getting a massage, but some way that you are receiving. Maybe it's you're receiving love from your children, from your friends, from your parents, from your male counterpart, your lover. But actually being receptive, being open, receiving these gifts. That's how to increase, that's how to be part of your feminine energy, to receive things, to receive energy, to receive touch, to receive that protective masculine presence around you. Ask yourself, what do I need to do right now? What do I need to give myself right now in order to feel more love inside of me that I can give to other people as a woman? And again, like I say, it may be some form of pampering, it may be some form of exercising, it may be some quiet time, some meditative time, it may be some exercise, it may be reading a book, but receiving, nurturing that lovingness, nurturing that spirit inside, enabling it to grow, letting it enable to grow. The 4th way to increase your feminine energy is to bring yourself into the moment. The present moment. You see, the feminine energy is present. It's only alive in this very moment. The masculine energy is always future driven. It's always in the future at some point. It's never grounded in now. Feminine energy is grounded. It's in the moment. It's reacting to how you feel in this moment. It's about being present. It's about being in your body at this particular moment. It's about doing what you need to do in this particular moment to express yourself physically. The power of now, to quote Eckhart Tolle. That's the difference between a feminine energy and a masculine energy. As men and masculine energy, we're always in the future building things, creating things, thinking about our mission, thinking about the next land to conquer. Feminine energy is grounded in the now. It's nurturing, it's here, it's present right now. So how can you nurture your present? Well, stop multiple times a day and ask yourself, what time is it? The answer is always the same. It's now. What time is it? Now. It's 5 o'clock. What time is it? It's now. It's 10 o'clock. What time is it? It's now. It's 3 o'clock. What time is it? It's now. That's the only time that matters. And number 5, how to foster, how to build, how to create, how to exude more feminine energy. Realizing that feminine energy loves to connect to people in order to have societies, in order to socialize. For love, it's about connecting with people, how we're all the same, how we can all share this thing called life and get through this thing called life. Feminine energy is connecting to people, it's love. Masculine energy is about competition. We're looking to compete, the next challenge to overcome. I want to be better than that person. It's not about connecting at all. It's about competition. It's not coming necessarily from a bad place. It's coming from a masculine energy of wanting to be the best, wanting to be the leader. Whereas feminine energy is about connecting. It's about fostering communities, building communities. Why in caveman evolutionary terms, men were out there killing animals and bringing food home to the family. They wouldn't be in society a lot. They'd be too out hunting and gathering, whereas women would be there left in the village, creating this thing called a community, bringing up children, building up a society. That's why it's so important multiple times a day to connect with people you love, connect with your lover, connect with your children, connect with your friends. Connect with people that you haven't spoke to for some time. Connect with your clients, but connecting all the time. Rather than see difference, you see sameness. And it enables you to connect more and more with people. And oftentimes, if you are a little bit down in emotion, or you're not feeling loved today, you're not feeling connected today, or you're not feeling particularly good today, then reach out to someone and just say, hey, so-and-so, I'm just thinking about you. Hope you're having a great day. Whether that be on the phone, a text message, or an email, it will continue to build up the connections, which is one of the ways, the 5th way, to build feminine energy. A bonus one I'm going to put in there now is don't compete with your man. See, as men, we like to compete. We don't want to compete with our woman. We want to compete with one another. It's part of who we are. It comes from evolution. But a very, very fast way to not be feminine and to enter into the masculine world is compete. We don't want to compete with you. We have no interest in competing with you. Listen, I'm a man. I love professional wrestling. Over the last few years, female wrestling has been taken a lot more serious with some amazing athletes out there. However, and they do amazing matches, and sometimes they steal the show for their athletic performance. However, if I'm watching a wrestling match and someone's bloodied up because they've fallen off a 30-foot high cage through a table and their body is all contorted, that may excite me. I may want to see that, and they may be bleeding. Yes, it's going back to that warrior instinct within me. And you might be saying, Luke, wrestling's all fake. No, wrestling's not fake. It's predetermined. They know what's going to happen, but oftentimes these guys are injured as well. I might want to see that through men, these warriors, these gladiators fighting. But I don't want to see the women wrestlers I'm seeing bleeding all over the place or falling off a 30-foot cage with their right arm twisted behind their back. I don't want to see that. I might want to see the athletic performance of what they did, but I don't want to see the same gruesomeness that I might want to see from two guys fighting like Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at the end of WrestleMania 34. I don't want to see two women bleeding over one another and smacking one another with chairs or kendo sticks or anything like that. I appreciate the art, but I do not want to see that. But whereas two guys, I want to see that. So don't compete with your man. Realize that you have a particular set of skills. Your man has a particular set of skills. And if he's doing his end of the deal with his particular set of skills and becoming more masculine and demonstrating masculine qualities, and you're holding up your end of the bargain of doing your feminine skills and developing your feminine energy, increasing that, it will probably work your relationship really, really well. See, in the 50s and the 60s, people stayed together a lot longer. And listen, I'm not saying things were all hunky-dory all the time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not delusional. But when you look at the statistics of couples that would stay together, and seemingly many of them being a lot happier than couples now, it was very, very, the masculine feminine energy was pretty much at a different level to what it is, where a man was a man, a woman was a woman. Nobody was better, but they were different. They were not equal, they were different. And it worked. And now, as this quest, as these energies have changed through society, through social media, with fake news, and we see this, and relationships and male-female dynamics are in dire straits now. Relationships, the sell by date on relationships and marriages and divorces, more apropos, are abysmal now. I think generally it's over half of all marriages end in divorce, something like about 60% now. It's crazy. If you track those statistics back to the 50s and 60s, it was very, very different. And again, I'm not saying everything was perfect there, by no means, shape or form, but people worked on relationships, and the male-female dynamic and polarities were very different. So there's often stuff that we can learn. Let's go back to the quote from Bruce Lee, who developed Jeet Kune Do, which was a form of martial art where he took the best from boxing, the best from karate, the best from judo, the best from fencing, and he fused them together in his own system. It's about using things that work and disregarding things that do not. It's a universal quote that I take from Bruce Lee, and I use in everything that I do. So just to summarize, male-female polarities. As a man, we have both qualities. As a female, you have both qualities. We are not equal, ladies and gentlemen. We are different, but it does not necessarily mean one is better than the other. To be more feminine, drop down into your body, express yourself through your body, through your movement, the way you dress, the way you look, the way you move around the world. Men, typically masculine men, are coming from a place of their head. Feminine women come from a place of being in their body. Number 2, ask yourself multiple times a day, how am I feeling? What am I feeling? How am I feeling that now? Check in with yourself multiple times a day, and check in with your feelings, not necessarily your thoughts. Number 3, realizing that the masculine energy is provider energy, the feminine energy is more of a receiving energy. Look for ways to look after yourself each and every day by pampering yourself, massage, bath, candles, exercise, meditation, reading, quiet time, to give back to yourself, to pamper yourself, so you have more of that wonderful feminine quality of love to give to other people. Ask yourself, what can you do right now in order to nurture that? Realizing the feminine is more an intuition, an intuitive way of being, where the masculine is more of a thinking way of being. Number 4, bring yourself into the moment, whatever time of day it is, whether it's 3 o'clock, what time is it? Now. Whether it's 2 o'clock, what time is it? Now. Whether it's 1 o'clock, what time is it? Now. Realize that now's the only time that counts. Now's the only time that's real. It's a way to foster your feminine energy. And finally, connect with people, connect with love, connect with your lover, your children, your friends, your parents, people you haven't spoke to a while, in person best, but if not, by a phone call, by a text message, by an email. Just say, hey, I was thinking about you, I love you, or I was thinking about you, I missed you, I was thinking about you, and I just love the fun things that we used to do, and I hope we get to do that again sometime real soon. Realizing that the feminine is about connecting with people, connecting with love, whereas the masculine is about competition. And the bonus was, as a woman, to add on to that competition, don't compete with your man. Don't. It's a masculine energy. So unless you want to be treated as a man, don't compete with your man. Nurture him, love him. He'll compete with other men. And once you take control of developing your feminine energy and letting that show, you're going to attract more masculine men, which is going to create a more harmonious relationship style for you, if you will. So that's been another episode of Unstuck Transformation with Edge. If you'd like a copy of my recent ebook that I've put together, it's a very, very small ebook, but it's called 5 Ways to Become Unstuck with Your Relationship, then do shoot me an email at mail@lukenosis.com, mail, M-A-I-L, at lukenosis, LUKENOSIS.com, and request your 5 ways to become unstuck in relationships, and I'll shoot that out to you. And as always, guys, always believe.